I had a couple clients say to me, well, when I buy property from you guys, I'm not really getting a deal. I'm paying full market value. And that's been really interesting because I said to them, well, I find that fascinating because we're doing off-market deals usually that aren't listed on the local MLS. And our last couple of bigger deals, like bigger developments we've gotten, have been, one was the seller was looking to sell to a hedge fund at this price. And then we said, well, I know that you're having a hard time moving this to a hedge fund because you sold a couple of the units and hedge funds don't want all, like most, they want all. And so we said, we'll sell it at that price that you would have sold to the hedge fund. And we'll give our clients that, discount or whatever. But can I turn around to a client and say, oh, well, you're getting a great deal? Because all of them were selling at the same price. So they're, as far as comps are concerned, it was going to appraise for the purchase price, no doubt. Because we sold 115 of the same units. And so we have like 2 of these left. And I hear that from clients like, oh, well, I'm not getting a deal. And I'm going, oh my gosh, the builders told me I can't even build for this price, Heather. Oh. Like, it's such a good deal, but I can't tell anybody they're going to realize that right away because there's comps.
Here's the really funny thing. Is that when you actually go out there and look for new construction, because we look at a lot of developments all the time. Well, usually if someone's coming in at the beginning and they're buying, they get a little bit better deal. Depending on how their financing is structured and everything with the deal, they could get a really good deal. And what Heather's saying is that we got that same deal without having to do any of that. No one had to actually carry the construction financing. No one had to do any of that stuff. And they still got the same deal, right? Mm-hmm. And the cash flow numbers are really strong in comparison to what you would get on a property that's complete with a tenant in place. Mm-hmm. Because right now, if a builder builds out a development and they sell it off to a hedge fund after it's built and after it's fully tenanted, the cap rate is between usually 4.5% and 5.5%. And we're a full point higher than that, if not a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And we're getting the same deal in essence. Yeah. Right. So, anyway, we look at deals all the time and we literally can't get those deals because the numbers don't work.
Yes.
That these hedge funds are paying. Mm-hmm. The only reason the ones that Heather's talking about worked is because they were getting a pretty substantial discount for building all of them out. And they were doing it and they were taking on the risk of the lease up. Mm-hmm. Well, we eliminated all of that and still got that deal. And it's because the builder made a mistake and sold a handful of these units to friends and family, and then the hedge funds didn't want them. So all of our clients got to go in there and get this really, really, really good deal without having to carry any of the liability on them. So,
because this builder has another project and he's told me, I think I can make more money, Heather, on the local MLS. So than your investors would pay. So the whole I'm not getting a deal thing is actually just kind of a farce, really, because it's all subject to appraisals though to really see what a property's worth. And so it's very difficult for us.
And I guess I would say, Heather, compared to what?
Yeah, true.
Compared to what?
Yeah.
Compared to some other new construction that people can get. It's kind of a compared to what situation.
Yeah. Agreed. I think that there's I've had a lot of our sellers over the last year that are rehabbers that say, man, Heather, I can just make more money if I go and sell these on the local market and just list them online to some ignorant investor who's trolling the web trying to find a deal. And you assume if you found it online that you found a deal sometimes, right?
Look at the cap rates, folks.
Yeah.
Before you buy.